That's kind of funny, I guess. Oh! Well, let's see. Today, I think it's just 1 or 2 revisions over the entire piece, and then I can publish it. I'm not sure if I'm happy with the result, but I think this is as much work as I want to do on this chapter for now. And I don't want to be a perfectionist. Trying to remember, like, why I'm streaming, why I'm, like, making this stuff. And I think it's, like, maybe part of it's motivated. I want to, like, be a bit more free from some of the, like, small things that can weigh on my head. It always feels like there's a lot to think about, although maybe that's just the feeling of it being late at night. Like minor thoughts and worries that seem to grow, seem to be bigger. Being able to, unable to take a step back, look at it, be more free, and at the same time still same person inside, I guess. But that's just a bit philosophical. I think it would be nice to, in the future, do like a video, like a compilation of the voice of the opportunist from Slay the Princess. I think I could, because the opportunist is definitely my most favorite voice from the Slay the Princess, and not because I think he's a good guy, because he's a complete scumbag, but his nature is the same, no matter the route, but the way he acts is different depending on the, you could say, a balance of power. So I think doing like a compilation on that would be interesting. I'd have to put in the time though. That'd be like I'd have to figure out like all the instances he appears. Yeah. That'd be, and I'd have to like learn how to edit videos to an extent that I'm not prepared for. So maybe not such a great idea, but it is in the back of my head. Okay. Anything else I want to talk about? Don't think I have much to speak about. Part of me just wants to like dive in and just like get it over with might be a strong word. But I'm not sure if I have much to say. Not much is really like happening in my own life at the moment. I am making plans with regards to what kind of pet I would like having. Starting to lean away from a snake towards a gecko. Although my friend told me that where they like in another place they geckos are like a common like pest inside houses, and they killed them. So that well, it doesn't really change things, but just kind of one was a bit sad for me to hear. You know, it's weird, like, geckos eat insects and mealworms. Snakes eat mice. And having seen what a live feeding was for a snake, and that it's not a, it can be quite sad seeing like what happens to like a live mouse. Since like I don't think snakes have the capability to like necessarily like love or feel lonely, but mice do. At least from what I know. It's not a slow death eater. It's well, actually, I shouldn't describe it in graphic detail. But I don't think I can really hate like on the snake eater, considering like for like eating all the mice, because like I myself like eat like a, I don't know, like chicken. Does that make me a carnivore or an omnivore? Point is, maybe there is a reason to be upset, maybe there isn't. I feel like taking a metaphorical high ground in this stance would be hypocritical of me. In any case, let's get started. There's one thing I want to do by the end of the day, it's progress, no matter how slow. And these talks at the beginning of the streams always helps me get to the, I don't know if proper headset, but it gives me a bit of like energy or juice to get going. And some days I am just have like more juice or energy in the tank. But regardless of how much energy I have, that shouldn't stop me from being able to take steps forward. Oh, the window's open, I should close that. I feel like what I want was... Actually, no, that's getting a bit too... No, I'm gonna say what I want. What I want with life is to just feel happy. And if that's not possible, to just feel normal. I feel like there are issues though when happiness becomes the goal. Like when happiness becomes the destination, and then the process is just a way to get to that destination. But I think there's something to be said about enjoying the process rather than the destination. Because I don't know if I'll ever like fully get there or not. But if I'm able to just enjoy like what I'm doing, you know, like for example, just this process of writing rather than the end product of having a chapter published, maybe things would work out better that way. That's one of the issues about always being like concerned or obsessed with productivity. Always feeling like I need to do something to keep my mind occupied. A chore, a game, something that can just although that's not particular terminology I like using. Something that makes the day just a little bit more brighter. Okay, I better start before I get too mopey. Here's to a good experience. I'm going to start trading revisions, and then I'm going to publish it. Let me think. I might publish it on stream or I might publish it off stream. I'll have to decide what I feel comfortable with. Now, let's take a look. I'm gonna download this as a PDF. Maybe a text file would be more efficient, but... Hang on, where's my file button? What is this? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Forgot I kept it in that view. Wait, didn't I usually zoom in? I think this made sense. That made sense. Yeah, that made a bit more sense. Regardless, I'm just gonna download this. Curious though, like, what makes other people happy? Maybe it's something simple, just like eating good food, or having a nice snack, meeting up with friends, looking forward to a career, love, a job. Maybe I'm a little envious. Okay. Here is the current state of the chapter. I would now like to begin trading revisions over the entire piece rather than individual parts. For a bit, I will likely publish this. I'm not completely happy with how Naofumi's behaving in these stories, but this is the version I'm gonna go with for now. This is my previous chapters, but I can't judge my work by that way. After walking for some time, they arrived at a small hill. The sun fell on grass, or sunlight spilled across grass. The sun or sunlight. Sun fell on grass that swayed gently in the breeze. Creatures that looked like orange balls, roughly the size of melons, rolled lazily through the field. That's more descriptive. Each had a menacing... Yeah, that's shortens it. Walking for some time. Had a menacing expression, complete with sharp teeth and white eyes. Beady white eyes. Sunken. What does it actually look like on the cover now that I think about it? Well, I mean, on the cover it's quite comical. Sunken. He doesn't actually know what it looks like though. Are those monsters? They look kind of scary. Guess it makes sense to identify the speaker at the beginning. Those are balloons, and they are hard. It's obvious to me who's speaking, but I suppose it makes sense to identify the speakers in the beginning. And they're hardly impressive. Being near the capital, there aren't any monsters that could pose a threat. They're hardly impressive. Being near the capital, there aren't any monsters that could pose a real threat to people. Be another matter if we... Be another matter if we found one of the kings leading the swarm. But there shouldn't be any here, assuming the knights did their job. Those are balloons, Monty replied, and they are hardly impressive. Being close to the capital, there aren't any monsters that could pose a real threat to people. I can pose a threat to people. I can hook up on small language quirks like that. Let me see how it reads in my head. So they were hardly a threat? That was good to know, although upon closer inspection, it seems more natural. They look kind of... So inspection, they're almost cute. Malty frowned. Were you expecting something more difficult? You're level 1. I'm not going to take the risk that something bad happens to you by leading you somewhere dangerous. I'm going to take the risk that something bad happens to you by leading you somewhere dangerous. And trust me, I'd be very worried if you were. And trust me, I'd be very worried if you weren't able to handle yourself here. I'd be very worried if you couldn't handle. I'll be fine, Naofumi said, raising his fists. He may not have had any other weapons, but his shield was legendary. He might have had any other weapons, but at least his shield was considered legendary. That had to count for something, right? At least. He He may not have had any other weapons, but his shield was considered legendary. That had to count for something, right? Do you know what the party system is? Multi asked. Yeah, Itsuki told me. Itsuki, the bow hero, right? Capitalized bow hero. The bow hero, right? He seemed pretty eager to help. After talking with the other, Naofumi doesn't refer to them as heroes. Guys, Itsuki pulled them aside. First they talked about... That's a bit wordy, let's tighten it up. Shoot. Hold on. A little too eager. After his discussion with the other guys, Itsuki pulled him aside. What started as a discussion about Marimar quickly turned into shared interests in video games. It was fun, though Itsuki seemed a little too eager to talk, which worried Naofumi a little. Regardless, the party system functioned like any other game. Within a certain range, you can monitor the status of others and share experience. Within a range, you can monitor the status of each other and share experience. Great. I'm sending you an invitation, Monty said. You are free to deny it if you'd rather keep an experience to yourself, but in the interest of your safety, I think it's best you stick with me. I'll stay with you, Naofumi said, opening his status and accepting her invitation. His eyes widened. Your level is much higher than mine. Were you expecting something different? Sorry. Naofumi rubbed the back of his head. Do you think it will be a problem? Do you think being level 1? You think it will be a problem being level 1? Being level 1 will be a problem. I shouldn't make choices like that. It should be fine, Multi said after a pause. It should be fine, Multi said after a pause. Despite your level, you should be able to kill balloons, although it might take a bit longer if all you have is a shield. To kill balloons, it might just take longer. Do you have a plan? Do we need one? Do we plan? Do we need a plan? Multi raised an eyebrow. I'm not really sure what to do. Should I charge in or should... There's like a lot of language that can be cleaned up. They're just balloons. You're a cardinal hero. Stop overthinking it. Naofumi hesitated. Eager as he was, he had no right... No, he had no idea how to... He still had no clue how to fight. The fight was only a shield. Eager as he was, he still had no clue how the fight was a shield. He still had no clue how the fight was only a shield. No idea. Would it help if I actually provide a demonstration, multi-side? That would be useful. Thanks. Naofumi nodded. Fine. She stepped forward. The few monsters that noticed bounced towards her. Multi rested a hand on her sword, waiting. Then an instant, she swung. Her blade sliced through monsters, each bursting with a sharp pop. She swung again, and more disappeared. A large herd gathered, drawn by the noise. Malty raised her hand and the wind grew stronger around her before erupting into a single violent gust. It struck, and wherever they landed, the monsters exploded. Let me see. I don't think I need to... Yeah, I'm just referring to the... Maybe I should rely a bit more on my own style of writing. Make my own judgments. But I can at least see what I agree and disagree with by referring to here. It's only, you know what? Sure. No. So amazing, in fact, I think it's your turn to prove your worth as a cardinal hero. Go doing there. Going. Oh, my foot's dying. That's awkward to happen. Yeah, I guess loud growl and quiet squeak don't really go together. Swung rather than punched. I don't think, maybe I don't need to be as formal in my revision. Do I really need to do like a revision in which I compare every part to it? I've already done that. I mean, I'm not talking about confidence, it just feels a bit tedious to keep comparing my work with like another revision that's not. And while I can agree that I like some parts, like changes to make it less wordy, I'm not a big fan of going through it line by line again. Maybe the better option would be to just read my piece as is, and if I have an issue with some part that I'm struggling with, do I then compare it to the other revision? I think that would be a better method to go and proceed. So I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to start at the beginning again, and oh, I always close all my documents. And this time, I'm going to make sure that we try to be more independent with my revision process. And if there's a part I don't like, or if there's a part that's not working out well, I'll refer to the revision I have here on the side. Let's start from the beginning. After walking for some time, they arrived at a small hill. The sun fell on grass that swayed in the breeze. Creatures that looked like orange balls, roughly the size of melons, rolled lazily through the fields. Each had a menacing expression with sharp teeth and white eyes. Are those monsters? Naofumi asked. They look kinda scary. Those are balloons, Monty replied. And they're hardly impressive. Being near the capital, there aren't any monsters that could pose a threat to people. It would be another matter if they could pose a real threat to people. It would be another matter if we found one of the kings leading their swarm, but there shouldn't be any here, assuming the knights did their job. So they were barely a threat? That was good to know, though on closer inspection, they're almost cute. Nazi frowned. Were you expecting something more difficult? They look kind of cute. They are almost cute. They look kind of cute. Is that what people say? Do people say they look kind of cute, or they look kinda? Is kinda which is appropriate? Let me see. I guess it's more casual speaking. Expecting something more difficult? You're level 1. I'm not going to take the risk that something bad happens to you by leading you. I'm not going to take the risk that something bad happens by leading you somewhere dangerous. And trust me, I'd be very worried if you weren't able to handle yourself here. I'll be fine, Naofumi said, raising his fists. He may not have had any other weapons, but his shield was considered legendary. That had to count for something, right? Do you know what the party system is? Monty asked. Yeah, Itsuki told me. Itsuki, the bow hero, right? He seemed pretty eager to help. After his discussion with the other guys, Itsuki pulled him aside. No, people won't know what discussion I'm referring to. Sentence might be a little... There are several times he spoke with the other heroes, so the heroes is better for the reader though. Let me see. Fun, though Itsuki seemed a little too... Let me see. Great, I'm sending you an invitation. You are free to deny it if you'd rather keep any experience to yourself, but in the interest of your safety, I think it's best you stick with me. I'll stay with you, Naofumi said, opening his status and accepting the invite. His eyes widened. Your level is much higher than mine. Were you expecting something different? Ah, sorry. He rubbed the back of his head. Do you think it'll be a problem being level 1? It should be fine, Monty said after a pause. Despite your level, you should be able to kill balloons, although it might take a bit longer if all you have is a shield. Do you have a plan? Do we need a plan? Monty raised an eyebrow. It's just, I'm not really sure what to do. Should I charge in or pick them off one by one? They're just balloons. You're a cardinal hero. Stop overthinking it. Naofumi hesitated. Eager as he was, he still had no clue how to fight with only a shield. Would it help if I actually provide the demonstration? Monty sighed. That would be useful, thanks. Naofumi nodded. Fine. She stepped forward. The few monsters that noticed bounced toward her. Monty rested. Stepped forward. The monsters that noticed bounced toward her. Monty rested a hand on her sword, waiting. Then, in an instant, she swung. Her blade sliced through monsters. Each bursting was a sharp pop. She swung again, and more disappeared. Monty raised her hand. The wind grew stronger around her before it was a violent gust. Struck with the force of a hammer. Wherever they landed, the balloons exploded. Stop magic! Yeah, Monty breathed. The remains of the balloons were left scattered across the field. That was amazing! That was only you know what, sure. I am amazing. So amazing, in fact, that I think it's your turn to prove your worth as a cardinal hero. Go in and do your job, shield hero. Well, that was the end of her help. That was fine. If these monsters really were balloons, then it shouldn't be too hard to pop them. Naofumi stepped into the grass as one noticed him. For a moment, he hesitated. Was it really different from a wild animal? They were dangerous, sure, but most of them were just trying to live their own lives. The balloon answered that question with a scream, somewhere between a growl and a squeak, before hurling itself at him. I don't want to say explicitly. The balloon screamed, somewhere between the growl. Somewhere between a growl Never mind. Naofumi raised his shield. The impact hit like a soccer ball, sending the balloon tumbling back through the grass. Before it could recover, Naofumi lunged forward and struck with the edge of his shield. The balloon did not pop. It shook itself, then bounded toward him. Howling with squeaky fury. Naofumi frowned. Is something wrong with his shield? Aside from its lightweight, it looked and felt like a big piece of metal. There is no reason why that hit shouldn't have done. Okay, new plan. Naofumi clenched his fist and swung. The balloon went flying again, and again it stood up. Teeth bared. His smile vanished. Come on, you stupid. This time Naofumi didn't wait. He charged, fist and shield flying. Blows rained down, shield strikes, punches, but the balloon only growled and squeaked in protest, refusing to budge. Naofumi heard a choking sound behind him. He turned just in time to see Multi apparently dying on her own spit. Her expression was priceless, eyes wide, face twisted as she stared at him. Not respond. Instead, the princess turned slowly, very slowly. The princess turned slowly until her gaze was fixed directly at the sun. It was as if nothing else existed beyond the light burning her eyes. Naofumi barely had time to process this before he felt something off about his hand. He looked down. The balloon had bitten him. Ah! Naofumi flailed, quickly shaking his arm. It took him a moment to realize he barely felt anything. No pain, no damage, just the odd weight of tight rubber trying very hard to make an incision. He glared down at the balloon. The balloon glared back. Its stare never wavered as it was then poked, squeezed, punched, and kicked into the dirt with growing. Its stare never wavered as it was then poked, squeezed, punched, and kicked into the dirt with growing desperation. Come on, die already. Somehow, the balloon finally exploded. Naofumi was still... don't know if I need him to say that. Still mid-swing when he stumbled, nearly falling over before he realized what happened. Finally, he had actually done it. The rush of victory hit him all at once, leaving him breathing heavily as he stared at the remains of his hand. In his hand. He took a moment to bask in his achievement. Then he looked across the field. That single kill felt hollow compared to the dozens. Felt only slightly. Felt. I don't know if it fits the mood. Hey Malty, how did I do? May asked. Malty? She sat on the grass with her head cradled in her hands, rocking back and forth as she muttered, something about comparing the strength of a shield to that of a small pebble. Hey Malty, are you alright? Stop! Don't talk to me, Malty cried, seemingly lost in her own world. I am not here! No one is home! Go away! Malty, I'm right here. Gah! She flinched, looking at him like he was the very devil before stumbling back. Naofumi wasn't quite sure how to respond to her odd behavior. Look, he scratched the back of his head. I'll come back when you're ready to talk. Does that help? Right. Heading back towards the balloon. Maybe she just needs some space. He ran back into the balloons. She just needs several more attempts. Toward the balloons. Managely managed to pop a second one. He wanted to be happy, but considering Malty could dispatch them in seconds, it didn't feel like much of an accomplishment. Well, how did I phrase it? Let me see. What was my phrasing? I could just reuse that phrasing. Da 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 da. Let me see. Da da da. Single kill fell hollow. Let me see. What did I write? Maybe it's a long. Face. Let me see. What was my wording? Be happy, but that single kill felt hollow compared to the dozens Malty had already destroyed. Be happy, but considering Malty. I think, maybe there didn't need to be a change. Managed to pop a second one. He wanted to be happy, but considering... happy, and he was. But considering Malty had killed dozens, didn't feel like much of an accomplishment. Stupid shield. Would things have been easier if he'd been allowed to equip a weapon? That mean he was incapable of dealing damage. His third target proved even worse. It didn't feel any different. The only noticeable difference was that it was red instead of orange. However, no matter what he did, its growls became dull as Naofumi hit it again and again. After wasting more time, Naofumi let out a deep breath. Maybe it would be best to take a break. He turned back toward the hill where Malty was waiting. She seemed to have recovered from whatever had bothered her. Didn't stop her from fixing him was a glare the moment he stepped forward. Why is there a balloon eating your hand? This guy? Naofumi lifted his arm helplessly. The monster is still treating it like a chew toy. Can you help me? He added, sighing. Okay. Malty hesitated for a moment, then swung her sword. The balloon popped instantly. Thanks. Naofumi stepped back, rubbing his wrist. Don't mention it, Malty said flatly. Naofumi glanced at the remains, then at his hand. Maybe someday this would be something he could look back on and laugh about. Probably not anytime soon, judging from the look she was giving him. There's something you want to say? Naofumi asked. Not much, Malty shrugged. Just considering how long it will be before you die. It's not that bad. Malty stared at him. Okay, it really is that bad, Naofumi admitted, feeling sheepish. But I know things can get better. Malty, please tell me it's going to get better. I need someone to be optimistic. It's going to get better, she said, clearly unconvinced. Naofumi sighed. Malty, I swear I'm trying. And I can see that. Malty shrugged. It's just, I'm a little concerned about the fate of the world, that's all. What do you expect me to do? Naofumi frowned, his jaw tightening. In case you haven't noticed, I can't use a weapon. I have no damage. I can't attack. Look, she said, her voice strained. Obviously, this isn't working. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather not sit here all day watching you try and fail to kill some balloons. You're the shield hero, Malty continued. That must mean you have some sort of power or ability that makes you useful. If attacking is so much of a problem, then stop attacking. What am I supposed to do, defend? Yes, Malty said simply. Naofumi blinked. You attack, and I protect you from the balloons? Technically, I don't need protection, but yes, that is your role. Can you do that? Yeah. Naofumi nodded slowly. Great! Then stay out of my line of fire, Malty said. The balloons may not be able to hurt you, but my magic definitely can. I don't need a... I'm only using some of your names here. Right, sorry for snapping. It's fine, just pay attention. For someone who's supposed to be a cardinal hero, it does not fill me with confidence to hear you complaining so much. Sorry, and don't apologize either. Just focus on handling the balloons. Right. She gave him one last look before heading off toward the swarm. Her sword popped balloons in her like bowling pins. There never seemed to be enough monsters. She didn't care, she marched right through them. It wasn't just her confidence that made him pause. The gap between them felt insurmountable. Her power, her skill. She probably had a lot more experience in this world, and unlike him, she actually knew how to fight. Compared to someone like that, what could he really do? Maybe he couldn't do much compared to her, but wasn't that the point of being in the party? There would be things he was good at and things he wasn't, and if being good at defense was what he was meant for, then maybe that was enough. Naofumi took a deep breath and followed after her. I think this could work. I'm not sure if I'm happy with this, but I think it's decent. let me move into a position to publish this. Or do I give it another read? A silent read? I guess another silent read wouldn't hurt. I do have the time. It's not like I'm doing anything else today, so... yeah. But maybe a little too perfectionist. I don't know if it's inclined for time, but that's the image I have in my head. I think it's ready. The next part's gonna require me to hide my screen, so I'm gonna turn off the visibility of this. And I'm going to take the opportunity to paste what I have to the current publishing site. So it'll take a few moments, and I'll likely want to include a short offers note near the beginning or end, at least for my sake. So give me a moment to figure out how I want to do this. Yeah, one sec. Oh right, I remember. Usually I always like to, as my tradition, I usually highlight one quote from the chapter to put at the beginning. Let me see what would be good. Okay, I can do this. Things are a little off with my skin these days, but I'm still managing. There are some comical things here. Do I go serious? An alpha quote or multi-quote? Let's begin with uploading it. Let's see. Things feel a bit difficult for my skin right now. A bit of irritation. Make it work. I just need to focus. Sorry. I'm not. My head's all over. Is there a? I feel like. Sorry, I feel like. Trying to see what documents are supported. Yeah, they don't support repeat Word file. Oh, okay. Okay. Come on, I can do this. I can do this. There's a processing error. Not a supported format. Did I not choose the correct format? Okay, it's good. It's good. Let me continue with my plans. Let me see, what's my original formatting? I italicized that. And I do a line at the bottom in which I talk about my notes. I don't know if I have any notes I want to add at this point in time, but I'll, this chapter took a while. Here's the next chapter. I originally intended it for it to be longer, but I felt like this was a good... Here's the next chapter. I originally intended for it to be longer, but I felt like this was a good place to end. This was a good place to stop. It's easier for me to write Maltese voice. It's easier for me to imagine Maltese voice. What do I want to even say? I don't have to say something, but I feel like I should say something. If anything is confusing, or if you found if anything is confusing, please let me know. I can always edit it later if I... Yeah, I know, I'm just... trying to... How long is it? Oh, it's... No wonder I'm falling apart. It's really late for me. I should probably adjust my internal alarms to compensate. I'm just... Here, let me... I can do this. Easier for me. Though I do worry. Maltese voice compared to now for me is at this point in time. I feel like the narration. I think that's all I need to say. Alright, I'm ready to officially edit. 41 words. Time to hit this thing up. This is the 10th chapter. That makes... Oh wait, I need to change the name of this chapter. Just gonna make sure my changes have updated, but I will... Here, let me add this back on screen. Okay, so chapter 10 has not updated yet. I can reload the page. It usually takes a moment before it updates on the site, but when it does, he'll be there. This number will be like 29,000 words. I shouldn't be obsessed with numbers, but that's how it is. I really don't feel like it should have taken me an hour to go through that revision. Ideally, maybe 20 minutes at most. It's pretty late, which might explain my decaying thought processes. I suppose it would be in my better interest to get more sleep every day rather than trying to both stay up late and wake up early in the morning. I'll be able to at least wake up tomorrow and reevaluate my work with a open mind, and given like another 2 days or a few days, I'll begin work on the next chapter. If nothing else, I really do appreciate that these streams give me the opportunity to write. Forces me to write partially as well, even if no one is really watching these streams. But they're good for me. Anyways, it wouldn't be my stream unless I ended it off properly, so Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, Happy Valentine's Day, Good Easter, Happy New Year, Happy Halloween. I don't really celebrate Halloween anymore, but yeah, have a good day. I know I will try to have a good day as well, or good night, or something that is good.